Hello, how you doing? Just a quick video to explain to you a few things that I've not necessarily explained in my big video on how to play the mod, install it, blah, blah, blah. All that good stuff. If you've not seen the big video, the main video on my main channel, this one right now on the screen, you should probably go watch that first if you want to know how to play the game, if you want to know everything. Otherwise, if you want to figure it out yourself, that's also cool. Just don't come asking questions in the comments here if you've not seen the big video first. So the mod is just a simple Modrinth pack. All you have to do is just install it either from the Modrinth launcher or from Prism launcher. And then once you go into single player, you should have a save called the Harpy Express. Now, if you want to play with friends, you can either host a LAN, or my recommended method would be hosting a dedicated server. And if you need a dedicated server, you can just go to nodecraft.com, 30% off your first month with code RAT. Shameless plug, I know, sorry about that. Or if you don't know or don't want to set up a server, you can either join my Discord. If you're a supporter, I've made a supporter server available for all supporters, or there's probably going to be some people in the public channel that are hosting some public servers that you can probably join in on. So, how do you play the game? You'll spawn in this lobby here. You can quick access the front of the train. If you want to play the game, as you can see at the top of the screen, it says player boarded 0 out of 1. It's because I'm currently alone on the server, but once I'm boarded, see 1 out of 1 players. To start the game, all you have to do is to get at the front of the train. Again, you can do that with the pleasure plate at the front, or you can just do it here. Boop, boop, you go here. And then you go to the front of the train. You'll need 6 players to be boarded, and then all you need to do is ring the train horn, and then boom, it tells you here, game cannot start. We need 6 players. And currently I'm alone, but if you have the 6 players, the game will start. Okay, I'm getting on my DevEnv to show you a little bit about the game, how it works. Just a very, very, very basic rundowns. You have 3 roles. You have civilian, vigilante, and killer. Currently I'm a civilian. As you can see, there are 2 killers aboard the train. And I need to stay safe and survive until the end of the ride. And holy, that is loud. So civilian, you can't really do anything. You just have to survive the train ride. However, in this train, there are, like the game said, 2 killers and 2 vigilantes. For 12 people, that is. There's 1 vigilante and 1 killer for 6 players, which is what, 6 players minimum. You've got tasks you need to complete at the bottom left, otherwise you will go insane, start hallucinating items once your bar gets blue. And stop seeing dead people once your bar gets really, really blue and really, really low. The second role is going to be the killers. As you can see, welcome aboard killer. There are 2 killers aboard the train, and you need to eliminate all civilians before the time runs out. Civilians being all the green people, which includes, well, everyone but your killer cohort. As you can see at the top, you have a timer. You need to kill people before the timer runs out. You have a money counter at the top right, and as you can see, with this money, you can buy a bunch of tools to kill people, or help you in your endeavor to kill people. You get 100 for every kill, and a minute added to the timer for every kill. At the top left, you also have a similar mood system, except it's not really a mood system, it's just to fake it, give you ideas on how to fake it. And the last role is going to be the vigilante, which is basically just the civilian, except you have a gun, which you can use to shoot people. However, if you do not shoot the murderer, and you kill an innocent... Why? Okay, this happened in the big video, main channel video as well. What is my luck of always getting the killer on first shot? If you kill an innocent, the gun drops and therefore somebody else will pick it up. And as you can see at the top left, I'm depressed, so I can no longer see bodies, and I'm gonna start hallucinating items in people's hands. And that's a basic rundown of how the game works. Now, there's 2 more things that I wanted to go over. The first one is gonna be the commands, including the supporter commands. And the second thing is gonna be how you can customize the map a little bit more to something that you'd like. So, first thing, commands. If you type /tmm, you'll notice there's a lot of commands, which I will go over. Some of them are accessible to everyone. Some of them are only accessible to my Patreon and YouTube supporters because they're not really well tested. They're more experimental and more like a little bit of fun that I had because I do want to make more train videos in the future. So these are just kind of experiments. They're not really meant to be played with because there's a lot of bugs with these. So they're supporter exclusive so that, you know, people won't come complain that it's not polished because, again, it is early access. Another thing I should probably mention is that you don't need everyone to have supporter access to use these commands. As long as it's an opt player with supporter access, they can play the commands and everyone can enjoy the mess that it results in. The first one is going to be auto start, which is a supporter exclusive. It allows you to set between 0 and 60 seconds a time that will automatically start a game once enough players are boarded. This is because when you ring the horn, only opt players can actually start the game, which means that if you're hosting a public server and an op is not here to start the game, then people won't really be able to start a game. So this just allows you that once enough people are on board of the game, as you can see, it says game starting in 15 seconds. I'm just going to teleport everybody back here so that it doesn't start. And as you can see, bam. And if you put it to 0, that just disables it. The second one is going to be check weights. It's more of a debug command because the game has a weighted system that makes it so if you didn't get a roll, so like killer or vigilante, enough, the game will try to make it more in your favor that you get this roll next time. You can enable this system with enable weights false or true. You can set it to true so that it says unexpected error, but it works properly. Or false in order to, you know, set it if you want that weighted system or if you want it to be completely random. And that command is available to everybody. The next one is going to be enable bounce, limited to supporters. Basically, when the game is running and you are in creative or spectator mode, you'll notice that you cannot get further than the play area, and that's to avoid you breaking the illusion and having some chunks render not the way they were supposed to be. But if you're not scared of that, if you enable bounds false, you can fly as far as you want, and everything breaks very quickly and very easily. So this one's supporter exclusive for a very obvious reason, because, you know, it's not meant to be trifled with. I'm just going to re-enable it, and as you can see, it teleports me here. The next one is going to be force roll. Supporter exclusive allows you to force the roll of one person and one person only. So you can force roll killer, Dr. Rat, and the next time we start the game, I'll be a killer. If you do put somebody else, like, I don't know, 1, I won't be killer next round. It'll be 1. Next one is going to be give room key. That's if you want to make custom maps. You can give yourself special room keys. And as you can see, boom, got key 1. That allows you to make custom maps if you want. This one's available to everybody. The next one is going to be reset weights, which is, again, the weight system. It allows you to reset that, available to everybody. The next one is going to be set money, which allows you to set the money. I think this one's supporter exclusive. Same for set timer, so it allows you to set the timer. TMM set visual allows you to customize the visuals of the mod in ways that are potentially breaking, which is why this one is also supporter limited. You can disable the fog that way, which, as you can see, that does not look really good. You can disable the HUD. You can disable the screen shake. You can disable the snow. There you go. You can set the time of day, so it's either day, night, or sundown, but as you can see, only night has really been tested, which is why this is also only available to supporters. Sundown, even with the fog, tends to break and not be really polished, as you can see in the back there. And as well as the train speed, if you wanted to set it slower or even slower or really high. Again, this is the whole set visual is accessible to supporters only, except the reset one, which is accessible to everybody and just resets everything to default values. And the two final ones is going to be TMM stop, which allows you to stop the game. Force it just stops it instantly. And TMM start, which is exclusive to supporters because it allows you to start a custom time for a game, and it also has access to the 2 modes that I coded really with my ass in like 2 hours, which is the discovery mode and the loose ends mode. And as you can see, we can start the discovery mode right there, and that's the round 0 of my main video, as you can see, which is the one, you know, in day, with no murderers, just a timer to discover the map. And the other one is just the last round of my big video, which is going to be loose ends. These game modes are not really meant to be played with. They were more made for the video for like really, really quickly. They're experimental, especially loose ends, because I do want to make another train video that is more inspired by Bullet Train, where everyone's a killer, which I think would be really cool. But this is basically one in the chamber, but it has a few issues, which is, again, why it's supporter exclusive, because it's very, very experimental. Finally, I'd like to show you how you can customize the map. I'm currently on my test map, so this is not exactly the same train that you'll have, because there's one big ugly red carriage here. You can pretty much customize the lobby in any way you want. You can customize the train. You have to be very careful with how much you customize the train, because there's only a certain, like, there's a bit of a threshold, as you can see, where it considers that you are boarded, and you have to respect that threshold on this side too, as you can see. There's a bit of the threshold where I'm not boarded anymore. I'm going to disable the fog so I can show you better. If you want to customize the actual play area, it is that way from the lobby, towards the tunnel. If you fly with Axiom here, as you can see, you have the entire scenery. Now, how does it work? You have these 15 chunks here, 15 chunks, and then 15 chunks of scenery, which you have to respect the size of. In order for the scenery to properly render. This is an old version of the train, just ignore that. These are the two trains. So the way it works is that the map gets reset, and the bottom train is going to be the train you want to change if you are deciding to make some customization, because the bottom train is going to be the one copied over the top train. So the top train is the player, is the actual train you play on, but the bottom train is the template that the map will be. So let's say I want to just customize this carriage, and by customize, I mean I'm going to completely remove it, and then I go back to the lobby by just going into spectator here, then boom, I am back in the lobby, and then I start a game, and I go to the front. There you go. We just have a complete missing carriage here now. Yeah, that's how you can customize the train. And I think that's about it. I mean, obviously you can customize the scenery how you want, as long as it's within the bounds of the scenery. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I would like to finish the video by saying thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for all the support on my main video, all of your excitement around playing the mod. And I sincerely hope you really, really, really enjoy it. I would also like to say personally thank you to all the supporters who helped me test the mod before making it public. And I would like to say another personal thank you to all the amazing supporter and community members who have been doing cool stuff with the mod. Some have been building their own train stations, some have added sodium support to the mod, and some have been making cool additions, like their own custom roles. Like I know somebody made a jester and a morphling mod for my mod, and seeing people create stuff for the stuff I create is just, I don't know, it's just so cool, man. It's you have no idea how much joy it fills me with. But yeah, thank you all again for being the best community I could ask for. You guys mean the world to me, and yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the mod. Take care, have fun.